Can everybody hear me? Good. My name is Franklin Crosby, and I'm a graduating senior at Metropolitan State College of Denver. And today I'd like to present to you a few of my designs that I've done over my time there. Backpack, Ringo, and intuitive control. First up is Backpack. Backpack was created for a sponsored program through Windsor Vacuums in Denver, Colorado. Windsor wanted us to look at their current backpack shown here and redesign it to try and replace it in the market to get a better market share. The current problems with the backpack vacuum are the hose placement on the top, which was overbearing for users and also hitting them in the head. The cord management also came off the back of the unit and was hard to access when you were using it. Also, the ergonomics of the unit over long periods of use were causing users some back pain. And finally, user self-awareness when they were wearing this. They were feeling really embarrassed when they were wearing it. As you can see, a lot of these problems are reiterated in the current market. A few of the design concepts that I wanted to go through and explore were moving the hose placement to the back of the unit so that it would stay out of the way and not hit you in the head, and also be able to use for left or right-handed users. I also wanted to change the back here and use a flexible frame to keep the weight of the motor down low so it would not injure your back. Dual-purpose accessories could also be used to cut down on clutter and avoid bringing all the hose accessories around with you. And finally, placing the on-off button and the cord into the hip belt so that they were easily accessible while you're using it. This is my final design for the backpack. I added a front opening door here to easily access the vacuum bag. The hose placement moved up higher so that it's still out of the way of the head, but it maximizes the motor efficiency. And also inclusion of a foot here so that when you place it down on the ground, it's really stable. Some other improvements that I made were through the hose management here. The hose can be wrapped around the unit for storage. Again, the flexible frame, and then finally, adjustable rotating shoulder straps and an adjustable lumbar support to equate for different body sizes. Next, I'd like to talk about Ringo. Ringo is a wall-mounted coat rack that I developed for Brand Spankin' New. Brand Spankin' New is a organization at Metro State that is a collaboration between the marketing department and the industrial design department, which mimics the new product development process. Industrial design students are paired up with marketing students in order, and they point out some potential marketing opportunities. We then place out some guidelines. The final product must be easy to produce. It also must equate for cost as far as materials and time. And finally, the target market is set as the urban loft dweller. After focusing on the opportunity of entryway organizers, I did some market research to see what was working and what wasn't. I looked at what the urban loft dweller would want, and I went between designs that were more simplistic and more complex. But I finally found inspiration sitting right in front of me in the form of this awesome CD rack that my parents sent me from halfway across the world. This is where I put my coat rack so it doesn't stare at me anymore when I come home. And I realized that the rounded shape of the head would be a viable hook design. I took that and I made the Ringo. 5 aluminum hooks are placed on a wooden backer board, and the shape lets you put coats in and on top of each one. The simple construction cuts down on material and time and manufacturing costs while still meeting the needs of the urban loft dweller. My final design is the intuitive control game controller. With this, I wanted to clear up some problems with current game controller design. Current game controller design, it lacks intuitive interaction. It's distracting when you're playing video games, and it's very heavy on the thumb pressing, so you get gamer's thumb. I wanted to make sure with this project, that I would integrate the experience and make it a more natural experience between the game and the user. Doing some user interviews and questionnaires, I found that most people responded wanting to be more in touch with the game environment. Forget that they were using a device to try and be part of it. This is an image map of the current and past game controller market. There's lots of them here. Most of them lie right here in the center of the immersive, distracting, versatile, limited area. I found through my talks with people that they were happiest with these ones up in this upper right-hand corner, because they offered a unique experience by mimicking in-game controls and allowing you to really get into the game, such as steering wheels and things like that. The problem is that with every game you have a different controller, so you end up trying to change them all the time. So I wanted to shoot for this area over here in the immersive, versatile area to try and get as many games at once. The Xbox 360 controller is pretty indicative of what you'll find on the market today. It's held in two hands, and it's heavily reliant on the thumb. The Wii controller here is a step in the right direction, offering some gesture control. But the problem is there's no feedback. You're just waving it in thin air. And also, there's heavy use on the thumb still. Through concept ideation and my sketches, I wanted to focus on actions that could be initiated by a diverse amount of inputs. Being a computer gamer myself, I found inspiration in the computer mouse. The limited amount of gestural control and also the feedback that you get from rolling it over surfaces offers a unique experience. So I wanted to take the mouse experience and move it into the 3D realm. I also felt that putting the unit on top of a table would give you a better platform for feedback and response. And then finally, some sort of a tactile sensation to round out the experience. This is my final design for the intuitive control. It offers two forms of interaction. First is through this fabric here in the middle. The fabric is a combination of two available technologies, a multi-touch display and a smart fabric, which allows you to touch and move your hands across it. The flexible nature of the cloth also allows you to push into it or pick up different areas. You can also put light-emitting textiles into it so that you can place images on the fabric to move your hands across. The second form is through the dual palm controllers here. Dual palm controllers offer a unique experience because they have multi-axis control. You can better articulate your movements you can pick your hands up and push them forward, and you can better articulate these experiences. The intuitive controller is a unique experience for a rapidly evolving game market. Finally, the designs that I've presented to you today are a cross-section of what I've done at Metropolitan State College of Denver, and I feel are indicative of my potential in the design area. Thank you very much, and thank you.